Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. We're gonna do a little something different today. I've been seeing these 10-year challenges going around where people put their pictures next to each other, from 10 years ago and now. I had a thought. I know in the last 10 years that my voice has changed a lot. I've kind of learned how to control it better. When I was a lot younger, I was in a lot of theater, and in theater, you learn to try to be as loud as you possibly can be because sometimes you don't have a mic or the type of mic you're using doesn't pick up as well as a regular vocal mic would. So in a lot of theater, I was learning how to just really strain. I was pushing from the diaphragm, but I was also pushing in places I wasn't supposed to. So I was just using everything I possibly could to try to get as much sound out as possible. And I wasn't being really open. I was kind of constricting my vocal cords doing that, and it was going up a lot in my nose. And I am kind of a nasally singer at times. Even now when I do go up to my head voice, it can get a little bit nasally. But I've definitely learned a lot more about control and tone and pitch as I've been out and performing my shows and being all by myself and getting to adjust the sound and understand what sounds right and what doesn't sound right. Back in high school, a lot of times when I was performing, I wasn't able to hear myself that well, and I wasn't able to detect the fact that I wasn't on pitch or I didn't have the right tone. And it's how it goes when you're in a play or a musical with a bunch of people and there's a lot of sound that's having to be adjusted. A lot of times you don't hear yourself very well. So I was just kind of guessing. So here's what I thought I'd do today. I would say from like 2008 until 2010, I didn't have a lot of good quality videos online because my dad had passed away in 2008 and he was the one that always filmed me. So the first good quality vocal video I have, where I actually still think it's one of my best vocal performances of my childhood, considering I didn't have a lot of them, is at the Skills USA Georgia conference in 2010. So I know most people are posting from 2009, but I mean, this was like early 2010, so close enough. And I'm performing The Climb by Miley Cyrus. And I want to give you a little bit of a backstory behind this video before I start analyzing it and then kind of showing you what I would do differently now. So this performance made me incredibly nervous. I had to perform for thousands of high school students, which is like the scariest thing ever because high school students are incredibly judgmental. But the performance actually went over really well. My teachers with the Skills USA at Fannin County High, Mrs. Dubois and Mrs. Quintrell, really helped me in getting my foot in the door to be able, with Gail Sylvie, to be able to perform at the ceremony. And I gotta thank them so much for letting me do that. It was one of the most incredible performances I've ever done, and I'm still very proud of it, even though my voice has changed so much. I got there earlier than the rest of our crew that had went to competition that year because I had to get set up and get a sound check before the crew got there and everybody got there to see if they'd won their categories or not. And I was sitting back there waiting to do sound check, and they were practicing the projections of who had won each category. And my little dumbass saw that one of the people in our crew had lost their contest. And again, my little dumbass couldn't keep it to myself. So I told his best friend on the bus, I texted her. I was like, oh my God, I don't think he won. And he was like so sure he was gonna win. And then she told him. And then when Miss Dubois got there, or as we like to call her, Doobie, when she got to the ceremony with everybody else, she came in the back and she gave me a hardcore talking to. And I was already in such a scared mood, and I was so anxious about this performance because I practiced it for months and I'm not used to playing guitar in front of people. I admit it, amidst a panic attack, because they didn't have anything to plug it in with. And I practiced the guitar on this song in the bar chord, the F, that I had never played before. I practiced it for months and they didn't have a way to plug my guitar in. So I just sang along to a track and I played the guitar, but you couldn't hear it. Everybody was like, oh, you could hear it. And I was like, no, you couldn't. That was on the track. So technically I was faking it, but really I wasn't faking it. I was actually playing the chords. So you just couldn't hear them. But anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to examine certain parts of this performance. I'm going to show what I would do different in each section. And yeah, we'll go from there. Here we go. Let's start the video. It was so echoey up there. I could hear it feeding back. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head says you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no up right before the bridge there. First of all, again, you can tell, very nasally. I didn't have a lot of monitor on stage and I couldn't hear myself, but I'm not gonna blame it on that. That has a lot to do with pitch and the fact that I was projecting a lot more than I should have been. That's a very soft part of the song, that first verse is, and it's supposed to be portrayed very soft, but there I am in my theater voice being like, I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming. So it's like me trying to be really loud in a part that I shouldn't have been really loud. And here's what I actually would have done, because you'll hear that once the song gets going, it starts getting a lot higher. And yeah, I can hit most of the notes, but it doesn't get to a point where it's screaming and it's kind of iffy. So what I would have done was, see, we're here. I had the capo on the fourth with a C shape. I don't even have a guitar pick on me. I would have taken it down maybe a half step, which might make me out of key right now, but I would have done this more soft. It would have been like, I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking. See, it's soft and it's smooth, and I'm by no means a vocal coach, but that's what I would have done. I would have done it much more soft and subtle, but you know, I was 16 and I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, let's continue. I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head high. Okay, bridge. I hit the notes. So I think that made me happy right there, just the fact that I hit the notes. But I was hitting them way too harsh, especially for that first bridge, because that first bridge is just supposed to be just built up a little bit more than the verse. So I would have done, I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. Something like that. I know the first part was pitchy. I'm trying to go between hearing a half step up, half step down. Ugh. All right, chorus. Always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna want to let you move. Always gonna be another battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't no matter how fast I get there. A lot of bass. Ain't no matter what's waiting on the other side. Hey, I hit the notes. I started screaming. It really just built me up so much. That made me so happy. That took me from almost crying in that first verse because of getting in trouble right before I went on stage to just being this big, happy, emotional moment. Wow, that was really cool. So I hit the notes. There were a few wavery parts that you can't tell there at the end, really, because there's so much reverb and room echo and stuff going on at this ceremony. It was a huge room. Let's see, I would have done, it's gonna go. How would I do this? There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it a move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Something like that, you know? And the lower key helps me too from going up into that weird nasally register. I like, just one half step down can change so much. Okay, let's keep going. That's why I look down at that F chord. Yeah, second verse it sounds a lot better the way I did it because the song's built up quite a bit. So now the dynamic that I was doing in the beginning makes sense on the second verse because the music has built up around it. So let's just sing it and see what happens if I can even play the chords right. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going. I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. Ooh, it went flat. Okay. That was where I was saying it makes sense for me to take it down a notch, because those high notes there, I mean, I could hit them, but I was really straining and I never knew what I was gonna get, and it did go flat and waver a lot on those notes. So let me show you what that would have sounded like if I would have taken it down a half step. Hey, about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. You get what I'm saying? It's still a little high. I actually probably could use to go down even another half step, which is, you know, it's still a possibility. But yeah, still high for me. I haven't really warmed up today either, though. It wasn't perfect, sorry. We're gonna skip this guitar solo because I'm not playing the guitar solo. I still can't play the guitar solo. And I'm going to scroll this. I love how I rock out in between this. The girl who was filming was like, I didn't know that you were gonna move around on stage. I was gonna leave the camera sitting there, and then she's like, oh crap, she's moving. So she picks it up and she starts moving it around. They're like, you really rocked it out. And I'm like, I had to let that energy out. This little breakdown chorus. I like to say, mountain. Okay, how would I have done that breakdown differently? There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. Ooh, it's all about, ooh, that part. And you can tell there's a lot of pitchy parts on the end of this. Because at this point, my voice is just completely worn out. It's all about the climb. Keep the faith, keep your faith. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. So yeah, the new part that I just did there, you can tell that I am still a little pitchy on it. I haven't sang this song in a long time, but it does help to lower the key a little bit. And like I said, I'd probably even lower it another half step and it would have helped that part a lot. But yeah, you can tell that a lot of things have changed. I open my throat up a lot more now, and I have learned to work on my tone and my control and the maturity of my voice. So yeah, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you didn't find it completely boring. If you like what I do and you want to see more videos, let me know what you want in the comments below, since I'm just kind of starting this channel back and I've been doing a little bit of everything. So let me know in the comments below what you want to see, and subscribe if you want to see more. Like this video, share it, and become a Patreon if you really like my stuff enough to where you want to support me with monthly payments of $1 to whatever you want to spend. You don't have to, but if you're a big fan and you would like to support me, yeah, it really helps out, because trust me, I'm not making any money on these videos. Be looking forward to some more of my Nashville series that I've been doing, what's going on with the new house. Be looking forward to new music videos, new cover songs, and some Christmas stuff. Let me know in the comments below if you have any Christmas stuff you want to see. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Thank you for your support, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully we'll see you in the next decade challenge too, 10 years from now. Happy almost 2020.
It was over before it started. How was I supposed to know? A recipe for catastrophe. Short circuit overload.